Yo, what's up guys? It is Seahawks here. We're back with another video. Today's my week 17 NFL recap. We're going to try to go fast paced today because I barely watched any Sunday games. I watched every other game. Hoping Monday night tonight goes in the way I need it to go. But we'll see. So enjoy the video, and as always, go Hawks. So starting off the first Christmas game, hopefully everyone had a great Christmas. We had the Cowboys beating the Commanders 30-23. I'm surprised the Commanders hung in there for as long as they did. This game was just a pride game. It didn't really matter. Dak had a good game, 2 touchdowns. Malik Davis, 100 yards. Javonte having the touchdown. Turpin having an elite touchdown. Other touchdown went to Ferguson before he got injured. No fumbles. They mustered up 2 sacks on Josh Johnson. They didn't pick him off. And Aubrey kicked them 12 points. And now the Commanders, Josh Johnson, 198. Krosky Merritt, probably his best game of the season, 105, 2 touchdowns. Receiving was very lousy, but Debo was cooking for a little bit. And then the defense, B-Wags, 10 tackles, and they got 6 total sacks on Dak. So the pressure was getting to him. No picks, and 11 points for Jake Moody. It was just a kickoff pretty much in this game. Next, we got the Vikings winning 23-10 against the Lions, officially eliminating them from playoff contention. Jared Goff, 197, a touchdown, 2 picks. Yeah, 6 turnovers in this game. It was disgustingly bad. Same with his rushing. Jahmyr Gibbs, thanks for absolutely fucking me in my fantasy championship, you asshole. Touchdown went to Tesla, and you know, because it's Tesla, it was one crazy touchdown catch. Goff lost 3 fumbles, so it was only 5 turnovers. My bad. 7 tackles for Thomas, 2 sacks for Hutchinson, 7 total. There was 12 total sacks in this game. Both defenses came ready to play, but just the offenses, no picks. 4 points for Jake Bates, and now the Vikings. Max Brosmer had 3 passing yards. 3 Detroit Lions, and you couldn't win. That's absurd. Jordan Addison had the rushing touchdown to pretty much seal the game very late. Aaron Jones had the other touchdown. This receiving, very lousy, but Jay Jettis had 4 for 30. Brosmer fumbled. Cashman was 17 tackles and the 5 sacks. Harrison Smith and Byron Murphy Jr. with interceptions. 11 points for Reichard. Like I said, man, this game was just a defensive mastermind game from both sides. No offense could really do anything until the fourth quarter, practically. In the final Christmas game, the Broncos beat the Chiefs 20-13. All right, Bo Nix 182, a touchdown and a pick. Also had a rushing touchdown. The receiving was led by Sutton with 40, and the touchdown went to R.J. Harvey. He had himself a pretty nice game, I would say. Surtain with 5 tackles. They got 1 total sack on Chris. No interceptions, and Will Lux kicked them 8 points. Now for Chris Oladikin, I've been saying it wrong the entire time, for his first start against the Denver Broncos defense. I mean, what else are you going to really ask him to do? They lost by 7 to the best team in the AFC, or one of the best teams. He did throw a touchdown, but only 66 yards, but like I said, what's really going to happen? This rushing's been abysmal all season. Kelsey led at 36 yards in his possible final game at Arrowhead. Touchdown went to Brashard Smith. They got 12 tackles from Bolton and 1 lone sack from Chris Jones. Bolton picked off Bo Nix, and Butker kicked them 7 other points. Texans get past the Chargers 20-16. Stroud started this game off absolutely amazing. He was like 4 for 4, 143 and 2 touchdowns, and then threw like 2 straight interceptions. But the Texans won thanks to some questionable officiating. 20-16, 2 touchdowns from Stroud. Woody Marks led at 71. Jaden Higgins 88 and a touchdown. Another touchdown went to Jalen Noel. I think those are the 2 rookies from Iowa State. Or Iowa, one of those schools. Schultz fumbled, 12 tackles for 12. They got 5 total sacks, a pick for Shahir, 8 points for Fairbairn. Now the Chargers. Justin Herbert, 236, touchdown and a pick. This rushing very lousy, but the touchdown went to Hampton very late in the game. Quentin Johnston, 98 yards, touchdown went to Oronde Gadsden. Herbert had 2 fumbles, but picked them up. Henley with 10 tackles, no sacks, but Derwin James and Molden got interceptions. The one that Herbert threw was like literally at the goal line, but it was like tipped, so it's not really all his fault, but still it was very stupid and unfortunate. And 4 points for Cameron Dicker. Now we have Derrick Henry beating the Green Bay Packers 41-24. Tyler Huntley 107 and a touchdown. But Derrick Henry 36 carries, 216 yards, and 4 touchdowns. It wasn't even Sunday in my fantasy championship yet, and I was already winning 52-10 or 16. I just need Puka and Bijan to knock it 78 points tonight. I think I can win. But yeah, Derrick Henry, this was his show all night. The Packers could not stop him at all. Zay Flowers had a touchdown, 7 tackles for Wiggins. They got 2 total sacks on Malik before he got injured. Humphrey with an interception, and 11 points for Tyler Loop. And now the Packers, Malik Willis, every time he's filled in for Jordan Love, he's played exceptional football. He's played like one of the best backups in football. 228 and a score, having 2 rushing touchdowns, 60 rushing yards before getting injured. I mean, the throws he was making, he just knows how to connect with his receivers. The deep ball reminds me of Russell Wilson's a little bit. Always in the breadbasket. I think whoever gets Malik Willis in the offseason is going to be a very happy team. Watson 113 and a touchdown. Willis lost a fumble, 13 tackles for McKinney, a sack for Quay Walker, no interceptions. I mean, their defense, they were just getting shit on the whole game because of Derrick Henry's elite stat line. McManus was 6 points, and there was only 1 punt total in this game. It was actually a great game to watch, but it was over at halftime. And now we have the Browns stunning everyone and beating the Steelers 13-6. Steelers, all you had to do was beat the Browns and you would have won the North. But no. Myles Garrett said it best. They were more focused on not letting Myles get to Aaron than winning the game. It showed. Rodgers 168, nothing. This offense just did literally nothing the whole game. Warren was 64, Freiermuth was 63. Fumble Rama over here. 8 tackles for Duggar, and they got 2 sacks from Highsmith. Sawyer and Duggar, though, got interceptions. I think Sawyer's was tipped, and then Duggar's was just one of the worst throws I've ever seen from Shedeur. All 6 points came from Boswell for the Steelers, obviously. And now Shedeur, 186, a touchdown, 2 picks. Horrible rushing without Quinshon Judkins. Jerry Jeudy with 54 yards. Touchdown went to Harold Fannin before he checked out with a groin injury. No fumbles, 9 tackles for Devin Bush. Sack for Grant Delpit. Other sack came from Alex Wright. And then 7 points for Smite. Now we have the New England Patriots decimating the Jets 42-10. Drake May, 5 touchdowns. I think they were all in the first half. It was crazy. Stevenson had himself actually a phenomenal game. 55 receiving yards and a touchdown, 47 rushing and a touchdown. Henderson at 82. Diggs, Stevenson, Henry, Hooper, even Chisholm all got scores. I mean, my fantasy team loved that. So thank you, Drake May. No fumbles. They got 1 lone sack, and it came from their tackle leader, Pettis, with a sack. Hawkins with an interception and 6 points for Andy. Nothing to go over for the Jets outside of a Breece Hall touchdown. Man, who would have saw this shootout coming? The second-round rookie going against the number 1 overall pick in an absolute battle. 34-26 Saints win it. Tyler Shough, he is a franchise quarterback. I probably said that last week, but he's a franchise quarterback. 333 and 2 touchdowns. Estime with a rushing touchdown. Olave found his love for the game of football again. I'm so happy for him. 119 and a touchdown. Other one went to Kevin Austin. Pettis lost a fumble. Alontae Taylor with 9 tackles, and they got 4 total sacks. Chase Young had 1.5 of them, and I'm pretty sure got a touchdown in this game. No interceptions. 10 points for Charlie Smith and 3 points for Kroger. And now the Titans. Cam Ward, 251, 2 touchdowns. Just both of these rookie quarterbacks looking absolutely phenomenal this season, or in the back half of this season at least. Pollard finally cooling down, not having a 100-yard performance. Okonkwo, 55 and a score. The score went to A.O. Manor. Cam Ward, 2 fumbles. But he made one crazy fourth down, like late in the fourth quarter. They couldn't win, unfortunately, but he has a great future if the Titans can just build a team for him. 12 tackles for Cedric Gray, 2 sacks, and no picks, and 14 points for Sly. Now we have the Jaguars barely beating the Colts 23-17. T-Law 263, 2 rushing touchdowns, had an unfortunate interception. Parker Washington 8 for 115. Jacoby Myers had a very, very stupid fumble. I think he was trying to lateral it to someone, and it just completely backfired. 12 tackles for Alua Khan. They got 2 total sacks and 2 picks. Defense was obviously cooking. Jarian Jones and Antonio Johnson. 11 points for Cam Little. Now Phillip Rivers, 147, a touchdown and a pick. They put Riley Leonard in to throw a Hail Mary. He threw a pick. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown. Tyler Warren, 43 yards. Touchdown went to Mo Alley Cox. Abu Khan picked up a fumble. Nick Cross with 12 tackles. They got 2 sacks. Jermaine Pratt got an interception. Groupie with 5 points and 4 points for Sanchez. Colts didn't have anything to play for because they got eliminated with that Texans win. And the Jags, they're going to be a scary team to play in the playoffs if they can clean things up. Now we got the Dolphins beating the Bucks 20-17. What the fuck happened to the Buccaneers, man? Baker 346, 2 touchdowns, 2 horrible interceptions that ineffectively lost them the fucking game. Absolute abysmal rushing. McLaughlin or McMillan 114. Chris Godwin 108 and a score. Mike Evans got a score probably in the red zone. And Baker lost another fumble, so 3 turnovers. And he lost to Quinn Ewers. Good job, Tampa. Dennis with 7 tackles. They got 2 sacks, no picks. McLaughlin 5 points. Now Quinn Ewers 172 and 2 touchdowns for his first win. Congrats. H.N. with 83 yards. Wees with 63 and a score. Dulcich with a score. Ewers fumbled. 10 tackles for Jack Jones, 3 sacks and 2 picks for him, and 8 points for Patterson. Winner take all game next week with the Bucks and the Panthers for the NFC South, and the same with the AFC North for the Ravens and the Steelers. Seattle takes care of Carolina 27-10 in a Sam Darnold revenge game. Very slow game to start. Picked up in the second half as normal for the Seahawks. Sam Darnold 147, a touchdown and a pick, which wasn't a pick. Mike Jackson's foot was out of bounds, but whatever. Zach Charbonnet, every time he plays the Panthers, he just kills them. 110 and 2 touchdowns. JSN 72 yards. AJ Barner, my boy, 43 and a score. Rashid Shaheed got a concussion, puts him in serious doubt to play against the Niners on Saturday. Fuck. 6 tackles for Julian Love, but he also got a pick. DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Yep, there's the Love interception, but Marcus Lawrence also picked up a fumble. He's looking like possibly the best free agency signing of the offseason in the whole NFL. 9 points for Myers. Now the Panthers. Bryce Young, like I said, he flips a coin every single time before he suits up and plays. Clearly the coin landed on play like absolute shit against the best defense in football. He did nothing. I mean, literally outside of his first completion for like 11 yards, he did nothing besides a rushing touchdown. Coker was 16 yards. And this defense, they did their job. They got 3 sacks and an interception. Fitzgerald with 4 points. And the Bengals waxed the Cardinals 37-14. Brissett 212, 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns went to McBride and Wilson. 15 tackles for Cody Simon and 3 sacks. But other than that, their defense got beat up the entire game. No picks and 2 points for Ryland. Bengals, they always just play like Super Bowl contenders when they can't make the playoffs. It's crazy. Joe Burrow 305, 2 touchdowns. Chase Brown 101 and 2 touchdowns. P. Ryan got a touchdown. Jamar Chase got 2 touchdowns. And then Cody Ford down here on his birthday got a 21-yard catch. He is now the heaviest NFL player to record a 20-plus yard reception. Nice. Congrats and happy belated birthday. No fumbles, 7 tackles for Harris. They got 4 sacks. They didn't pick off Jacoby Brissett at all. And 7 points for McPherson. Speaking of teams that play out of their mind for no reason, we got the Giants winning, or essentially losing the Tank Bowl, 34-10 against the Raiders. Jackson Dart 207, had 2 rushing touchdowns. Wan'Dale Robinson had an elite day, 113. 7 tackles for Okereke. They got 4 sacks on Geno and 2 interceptions. I think the first one from Okereke was like at the goal line. Good job, Geno. 10 points for Sauls. And now Geno, 176 touchdown, 2 picks, got injured. Genty, 60 yards. Mayer with 89. The touchdown went to Tyler Lockett. It was a toe tap. Nice. No fumbles. Devin White with 8 tackles. They got 2 sacks coming from Hemingway and Malcolm. No interceptions. 4 points for Carlson and 3 points for Cole. Eagles beat the Bills 13-12. They had 7 passing yards or 7 total yards in the second half. You couldn't win Buffalo. Really, the Bills just kept shooting themselves in the foot this whole game. Anytime they found success going in a drive, they would either turn it over on downs or just turn it over. Hurts, 110 in a score. Barkley, 68. A.J. Brown, 68. Touchdown went to Dallas Goedert. Campbell picked up a fumble. 9 tackles for Epps, 2 sacks for Hunt. They got 5 total on Allen. Just lights were too bright for Josh Allen, I guess. No picks. 7 points for Elliott. Josh Allen, 262. James Cook, 74 yards. Allen had 2 rushing touchdowns. Brandon Cooks had 101, had an insane catch. And then so did Shavers. These two had insane catches, but all for nothing, because the Bills' offense was ass until the fourth quarter. Allen lost a fumble. 7 tackles for Milano. They got 1 sack. They didn't pick off Hurts at all, and Badgley got no points. The 1 attempt he did get, it was blocked. And the 2-pointer at the end, Allen, that was just a miscue on your part. I'm sorry, I guess. And we had Sunday night that came down to the very last play. 42-38, the Niners get it done. Top 5 game of the season, without a doubt. Caleb, 330, 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift, 2 touchdowns. Could have had 3 if Caleb looked your way on the final play, but no. Luther Burden, career day, then had to get carted off on the final play, unfortunately. Loveland had an amazing game as well. Just rookies popping off for the Bears in this game. Edmonds with 9 tackles. 1 lone sack from Booker. TJ Edwards on the first play of the game, pick 6. 8 tackles, or 8 points for Santos. And now the Niners. Brock Purdy, outside of that pick 6, he was balling this whole game. 303, 3 touchdowns. His final touchdown pass was insanity. McCaffrey, 140 in a score. Brock Purdy had 2 rushing touchdowns. Like, they just couldn't stop the Niners' offense at all. Besides, actually, no, they didn't stop it at all. Scored touchdowns on almost every drive. Pearsall, 85 yards. Tonges filling in for Kittle. Another great game out of him. 60 in a score. Jaquan Jennings had a touchdown. 11 tackles for Bethune. No sacks or interceptions. There's just literally no defense in this game outside of the first play of the game. And then 6 points for Pinero. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. And turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!